babies! Nope, none of that was right. And we're... no. This is going well. Hello babies, and welcome back to another episode of Run OMC. We are continuing with our chapter book, Hope Was Here, and today we are reading chapter 3. We were sitting in a booth by the window, reading the list of daily specials. Meat, potatoes, and too much cheese, Addie muttered. 3 antique ceiling fans blew a gentle breeze through the diner. Everything seemed shiny and freshly painted white. There was a hooked rug of brilliant colors hanging on a wall. The booths by the window had big blue seat cushions you just sank into. The counter sat 12. Good size, but manageable. Behind the counter was a long shelf stocked with bottles of every kind of hot sauce known to man, from Satan's Red Hot Revenge to Texas Tabasco Terror. Black and white checkerboard linoleum. Definitely an above-average diner. The dessert case is unacceptable, Addie snarled. You're gonna put a pearl necklace from Tiffany's inside a plastic box? It was pretty puny. If you didn't know how Addie felt about her desserts, it would be hard to follow this. I've never been inside Tiffany's. I haven't either, but they know how to display their jewels, let me tell you. A man with a sweet, broad face who didn't speak much English brought us water. Welcome, women, he said with a formal bow and then backed into a bus-pan that was full of dirty dishes. A black waitress steadied it just before it would have crashed to the ground. Thank you, Lord, she said, laughing. She was wearing a black skirt and a white blouse with the name Flo embroidered over her heart. Above her name, she wore a little silver pin with the letters G-O-G inside a circle. She had a beautiful face and short, full hair. I liked her smile. She stood by our table, not there to rush us. I knew from Addie's notes that Flo was the floor manager. You nice folks decide? That made me grin. It takes Addie longer to warm up. It makes her nuts to be in a restaurant where she's not cooking. Addie leaned forward in testing mode. Now, when you say here pot roast with whipped potatoes, are those potatoes whipped each day by hand, or do you use the leftovers for a few days in a row? We'll use leftover whips in a shepherd's pie and in potato croquettes, but not on a dinner plate with pot roast. You know your way around a menu, don't you? Addie's blue eyes flickered in respect for Flo. I'll have the pot roast, but I'd like gravy on the side, and I'll have the mixed vegetables if they're fresh, but if not, I'll have the salad. What kind of dressing on the salad? Flo asked, laughing. Addie grinned back at Flo's command. Russian. Yes? The man with the sweet, broad face came instantly to our table. Flo laughed gently and grabbed his hand. Yuri here's from Russia. He thought you were calling him. Flo walked him back to the kitchen. Russian's not just a person, honey. It's a kind of salad dressing. Flo got salads from the case, poured dressing on them. You're a Russian, and this is called Russian too. Yuri took a step backward, unsure. She grinned. It's a crazy world. Yuri's eyebrows furrowed. Crazy, yes. Flo brought our salads crisp and fresh. Just as the door opened and 8 big men came inside wearing Vote for Eli Millstone campaign buttons. One of the men handed a Vote for Eli Millstone poster to Flo and instructed her to put it in the window. Flo said, Langley, you know GT won't go for that. You'd better wait till he comes in tomorrow morning and you can talk to him yourself. Yuri, set a table, please, for these gentlemen. Welcome, men. Yuri pushed 2 tables together, brought place settings, got water and menus. The men sat down without thanking him. Coffee, men? Is it true you're from Russia? One of the men asked Yuri. I leave Russia, yes. Well, that's kind of obvious, said another man, and the others laughed. Yuri stood there laughing too. He didn't know they were making fun of him. That made the others laugh harder. Addie touched Yuri's arm. Coffee, please, she asked sweetly. She didn't drink coffee at night. I knew she'd done it to get him away from that table. Vote for Eli Millstone? Whoever he was, already I didn't like him. Sweet Jesus! Addie flopped down on the stairs leading up to our apartment over the welcome stairways. We were trying to carry our small couch up the staircase. Being young and vital, I had more of the couch weight. Tell me the truth, Hope, what did you think of that meal we had tonight? I thought it was average. Let's just get the couch upstairs and... Addie picked up her end and huffed up the stairs. I wonder if they can handle me introducing the butterscotch cream pie and the deep dish apple in the same week. Could we do this a little quicker? You can't overwhelm customers with too much. I'm going to drop the couch, Addie. It will fall on me and I'll die. Why didn't you say something before? She eased the door open and pushed the couch through it to a very large room with white curtains. I put down my end and fell to the floor to make a point. Addie doesn't always pick up on subtle, except in seasonings. We were set to meet with G.T. Stoop tomorrow morning. Addie was sitting on the couch making notes on how to introduce her brand of revolutionary comfort food to the welcome stairways. I'd written out my favorite definition of my name on a 3x5 card. I needed extra help in the hoping department. From Webster's Collegiate Dictionary, hope, to cherish a desire with expectation of fulfillment. I hope this will all turn out for good. I'd hope for that very same thing at the blue box. Some hopes just get pulverized. I looked at myself in the big mirror we leaned against the wall, cocked my head, and smiled engagingly. My pearly white teeth are my best feature. Next best is my curly brown hair that dusts my shoulders, except for my bangs that are too long and hide my eyebrows, which were perfectly arched by God. I have a round face, a sweet face, people say, with no discernible cheekbones. My skin is pale, my eyes are light blue like my mother's. I'm 5'8", 3 inches taller than Addie, which gives me no power in our relationship. Miriam Lahey is 2 inches taller than her mother, which gives her a true advantage whenever they scream at each other. I wrapped myself in a blanket so that only my eyes and nose were visible, and wondered if the police would ever catch up with Gleason Bill. Next best is my curly brown hair that dusts my shoulders, except for my bangs that are too long and hide my eyebrows, which were perfectly arched by God. I have my pearly white teeth are my best feature. Oh. Next best is my curly brown hair that dusts my shoulders, except for my bangs that are too long and hide my eyebrows, which were perfectly arched by God. I have a round face, a sweet face, people say, with no discernible cheekbones. My skin is pale, my eyes are light blue like my mother's. I'm 5'8", 3 inches taller than Addie, which gives me no power in our relationship. Miriam Lahey is 2 inches taller than her mother, which gives her a true advantage whenever they scream at each other. I wrapped myself in a blanket so that only my eyes and nose were visible, and wondered if the police would ever catch up with Gleason Beale, the king of falsehood. I should have been able to see the fakeness in him, even though Addie says that's not true. He was a con man, Hope, pretended to be something that he wasn't. I'll say, he pretended to be my friend. He told me one of the saddest things in his life was that he never had a daughter. Addie shook out her graying brown ponytail, folded her strong, muscled arms. She had strong arms like a wrestler from lugging all those kitchen pots around. Hope, I know Gleason Beale did a number on your head. That man took our money and our jobs, but let's not give him anything else. Not our minds, our hearts, or our souls. He's not worth it. She took her industrial-strength nightgown out of her suitcase. We're not going to hide from the truth. This is probably the hardest move we made together, honey, but we're going to give it all we got to make it work, and if it still doesn't fit, we'll decide what to do. We won't stay someplace that isn't right forever. I promise. I nodded from under my protective cloak. Addie always keeps her promises. That's why my mother gave me to her. All right, my loves, that is the end of chapter 3. As always, I love you very much, and I will talk to you soon.